Recorded books in RB Digital present Ash Kickers by Sean Grigsby. Narrated by Adenrale Ojo. To Colin, if life's struggles ever get you down, may you rise again to meet them and severely kick their ash. Chapter 1. My give-a-damn was busted. Now, if my mama had been standing beside me on the top of that Slayer truck, she would have said, "Tamarica Janice Williams, why are you just staring at that dragon? Don't you have a job to do?" I was staring at the dragon, this golden-brown bastard with a wingspan the length of 2 hover buses. But I was also following it with the barrel of Slayer 10's non-lethal Sandman laser cannon. Gliding 20 feet above the ground, the scaly circled us like a buzzard, and I spun the cannon on a swivel to keep it in my sights. I could have shot the dragon 6 times, blasted a laser into its neck and sent it tumbling into the ash-covered ground, unharmed and unconscious. But that would have been too easy. Boring. All I kept thinking about was how I hadn't had a good dragon fight in over a year. Smoke Eater Division's updated standard operating procedures, effective January 1st, 2123, didn't give a damn about my feelings, though. They specifically instructed me to take this scaly alive. Any dead dragon, unless it was beyond our control, would result in every responding Smoke Eater crew to be fined. Headquarters couldn't afford to suspend us. They needed the manpower, but they could hurt our wallets. More captured dragons meant more dragon blood for the needy. A quick injection could work miracles. Even before I joined up, before I found out I had the ability to breathe dragon smoke, I knew that Smoke Eater was just another word for Dragon Slayer. I think what pissed me off more than anything was that Chief Brannigan had written the new SOPs, and he'd been the most dragon-slaying mofo out of any of us. It was sunset, and one of those days where twilight shone blindingly blood-red. So, other than the dragon, there wasn't much to look at that far out from Parthenon City, except ashes darkened by shadow in the distant, red-painted wall of smoke rising from where the dragon had burned a fledgling settlement. Most of the citizens had gotten away without any injuries, and no one had died. That was good. There'd be no wraiths. The small town had their own firefighters who could tackle the blaze while we handled the scaly. "Williams!" My captain, Jack Kiesling, shouted from Slayer 10's front bumper. "Shoot the damn thing already!" "I'm working on it!" I hollered back. The circling dragon craned its neck, locking its eyes on me as I kept the Sandman's sights trained on its middle. The gold of its eyes glowed like a laser sword. The scaly gave a quick roar that sounded like someone dumping a jug of gasoline on a campfire, then flapped its wings a couple of times, cutting the air with a deep whoosh as it circled closer, close enough to throw a rock at. Captain Kiesling slapped both hands on top of his helmet. "Williams, goddammit!" My captain was wearing a power suit and helmet, same as me and our driver, Zhao. But the captain's headgear always looked too big on him, like a little boy wearing his mother's fire helmet. My helmet fit great, thanks to my thick hair. My daddy always says our family originated from the Nubia region, and that's where we get our good looks and even better hair. The Smoke Eater helmets were different from firefighters, and that ours also had cheek guards, like Roman centurions wore way back when. "What's taking so long up there?" Zhao asked through my helmet radio. He'd stayed in his seat at the wheel. "Just trying to get a good shot." I swallowed at a dry mouth. The lie had already left my lips. The propeller heads, the scientists, working with us Smoke Eaters, had called this particular type of dragon a smaug. As we'd been driving out to the settlement, it was attacking. The propeller heads radioed that it was a run-of-the-mill, 4-legged fantasy-type dragon. Nothing a single company couldn't handle. Now, I'm not saying this dragon.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.